Welcome back, everybody. We're making us some titanium tool rods, or not tool rods, just rods. Titanium rods. We are about ready to launch some satellites, I'm thinking here. Hope y'all doing all right. Just trying to get a couple of satellites up in the air before we continue on to some more rotary craft stuff. Real quick though, I just released today the first episode of a spotlight on advanced rocketry, and the whole thing is already recorded and scheduled to go out. The issue is none of my cursor recorded in the last several videos I've done. So on all my videos I've put out, since I realized that was happening and fixed it, I just wanted to mention that I'm aware, I'm sorry, it was a lot of stuff that happened without it, and therefore it's all just kind of get uploaded. And we'll progress from there. But other than that, I think I figured out why, and we should be okay. So what was I doing? I need to make myself a pad controller this time. Where are we at? Pad controller. Okay. Do we have any spare concrete? We do. Sweet. All right. So all we need now is this. Pull that puppy out of there. Pad controller. So I was kind of worried about titanium. Wasn't sure where I was going to get it, and I even tried to update immersive engineering to see if we can add it to the drill, if that makes sense. So the immersive engineering drill has the compatibility to have mine tweaker, or the drill, the excavator, the big like chunk generating resource thing. In the new update has the ability to do mine tweaker updates or changes to the drill and the excavator, I think. But we need new forestry, and that's a big ball of broken for our pack because of some mods that need to update still. So that was unfortunate. But let's just grab this. I'm going to use one of these to power this thing. So I'm using these RF exciters because I have them and they're pretty convenient. They'll take power from the same network as my Quibbit cell and power this bad boy up. So I did some experimenting. Some experimenting with the smallest horizontally sized robot or rocket in the Spotlight, and know that you can't make one that's less than 1 by 1, obviously, but it's pretty impractical to do that. But you can't make a pad that's smaller than a 3 by 3. So if none of this makes sense, go check out that video. All right, let's do this. We got one of these. I want to see if I can do a 1 by 1 something rocket. I don't think I'm going to be able to. I'm very curious though. Where's the fuel tanks? Right there. Papa Booey. Now I also need a guidance computer and a satellite bay. I know what these look like. There's the guidance computer there. How do you make these? Eyes of Ender, basic circuits, and redstone. Redstone, easy. Basic circuits, well, we have the other pieces. So let's do ender pearls. Okay. Take a whole bunch of these. What on earth just happened? 12. All right. Let's do 16 to be fair. I don't know what this is. We added technomancy in the update. Weird. And I think that must be what it's from. I don't know. I'm not a big technomancy user myself. Well, I mean, I've never used it, not because I don't like it. I just never gotten into it. Okay, basic circuits. Sweet, 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 sweet. I wasn't sure we had enough for this. So let's go through here. Pop, pop, pop. Is that going to work? Twill. All right, so that'll make up a few of those for us. What else do we got today to work on? We need another one of these. No problem. And that'll take care of that. How are we doing on titanium plates? We got a few more. So yeah, I was worried about titanium, where I was going to get it. And then I remembered in one of our RF tools dimensions, which is probably gone now because I had to purge some of them. We got some titanium ore from Quantum Flux, which is Ore Dictionary, and was our source of titanium for this. Okay. So titanium ingot, titanium rod, titanium... We also need a monitoring station. right here. Copper rods, which we don't have any of. Optical sensors are easy. There it is. Another machine frame. How do I keep losing this? And one of these bad boys. So, we'll need some copper. We'll turn some plates into tin here. I was thinking about setting up some auto crafters for all of this to get it so that I always had a decent stock of like rods, plates, and rods and plates. For these things, I'll always pump through and have like a surplus of them. And then I realized once I get my rockets up and running, I probably won't need a whole lot of them. But because they're all ore dictionaried, it might be worth it to have it going. So let's see. How many have we done here? The output's over here, right? Yeah. 4, that's not really enough. 5 tin plates, that might be enough. So monitoring station, like so. Oh wait, is that gonna be enough? Perfect, okay. So let's just grab the last 2 rods out of here and we'll have this ready. And I think that's pretty much everything for this except for the guidance computer. Oh, and I haven't actually made the satellite bay, have I? Okay, so the satellite bay is this one, which requires a few more titanium rods. We're just gonna move this over and say 1, 2, 3, 4. And I don't know if it'll grab the titanium rod or the copper rod next. We'll see. I've been curious about that. Yeah, so it seems to preference whichever type it's already working on. Or it goes the other way. We'll see in a moment. Come on. Okay, so it actually starts on the right side. I feel like this person is left-handed and reads from right to left. The person who made this mod, Z-Master, a lot of this stuff is just, it feels so backwards, which I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Or it just preferences whatever it wants, and I'm going insane, and he's probably very much a normal person who reads from left to right in English. Not that people who don't aren't normal. Yeah, I'm going to stop talking about that. So 2 more rods, and we should be good to go. Alright, we got all of that now. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4 for the satellite bay. And the guidance computer, do we have everything we need? Almost. Perfect. Okay, so guidance computer, monitoring station, satellite bay. This is technically everything that we need to finish our launch area. Oh no, we're not, sorry, that's not really true. We gotta do this really quick. Let's just do this. Not gonna be pretty. What's happening? What did I just do? Like, is that how I usually have it? I don't even remember anymore. It's been so long. Guidance computer, satellite bay. Now, we're gonna have to do more than one of these, but I'll do the rest of them off camera. But you guys will get the gist of it, for sure. So I need at least 4, right? We'll do 5 or 6. We'll do 6. Oh, beautiful sunset. I've been messing around with some shaders, actually. Some of this place, not this world per se, because there's not a lot of lighting that I've done. But some of the actual tower base looks really neat with the lighting that I have in it. Okay, so let's just give this a quick scan. What are we doing? Not enough fuel capacity, so we're not even close. We probably could afford 1 more thruster, and then fuel around the outside. So these thrusters are titanium heavy, if I remember correctly. Was it like that? Yes, it was. Awesome. Let's try those two. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do this. Whoa! Falling down. And let's grab a couple more fuel tanks. And then we can go over what I've done off camera. Bump. 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 Oh, I hate that I don't have that on there, but we'll see. Oh, we do need more. Okay. So apparently you need a lot of tanks. A lot of tanks. So there's one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me go. I can hear my laptop beeping in the other room. 1 sec. Okay, sorry about that. So let's go put these on. I'm sure my family appreciated that chat spam. We could use some apple juice, couldn't we? Boom. Okay, so that's what we're gonna go with. That's not too expensive of a structure to have to launch a few times. And that's good. Okay, so we're ready for liftoff. We got everything we need. Now, right here you can see I've got some stuff made already. So I've got 3 ID chips, 3 satellites, number 3, 4, and 5, because I screwed up the first 3 by making 1 ID chip and leaving it in the slot when I crafted them. So everything kind of duplicated themselves. So that sucked. But we'll just go ahead. Think we're done with all of this. Oh no, satellite. I need those. I definitely need these. Pulsating units I don't need right now. These can all go back. All right. So we're cleaned up some. We can go put this in here. So the satellite ingots, satellite ID chips, I mean, are ready. I think I have everything I need, except I need a bucket. One of the things that you need to make these launch pads are concrete, which is gravel, sand, and a bucket of water. And the buckets are consumed, so I had to make a whole bunch of buckets. So I think all I should have to do... That's not a spaceship yet. I was going to say do this. So once you're good to go, we'll hit build. Okay, now if I do this, no fuel, full fuel. Okay, so we got to put a rocket in there. I mean a satellite. So I made the satellites, which are pretty easy to make. You just need these solar panels in these 3 slots, these ID chips in these 3 slots, or these data chips in these 3 slots, and then a sensor. I'm using optical sensors on all 3. And you put your satellite card in here. Now, how we interact with these satellites in the future are based on these chips. And I would like to have backups in case anybody wants one, or I need to remake the terminal. So we'll put our main chip in here, our second one there. This is why I updated advanced rocketry before I did this episode, because this didn't work before. So we're just going to make backups of our ID chips real quick. And then we can send the satellites into space and link up to them. And start storing up some data to use for when we actually do need to go to space. So there's those. So we got one more to copy. That goes there and copy. Okay. Don't think I need to have that in there for this. Nope. So we'll store our backups in here. So we got 3, 4, and 5. We'll pull our satellites out. Well, we only need 1 right now. So we'll do 3, 4, and 5. We'll stay here, and we'll put this one up to go to space. So, hot top, satellite bay, you guys can go in there. And then the monitoring station... The monitoring station can go here. Okay, now I do need one more thing that I forgot to make, which is the linker, which is really cheap though. So we'll just pop, and send it on its merry way. Okay, so I haven't done this in SMP before. You can take, so there's a okay, so we had to take an emergency stop there, but the rocket's still going up. I was only gone for a couple seconds, but yeah, the rocket's going up, and soon we'll have a satellite that's actually in space and functional. Now, what do we do with satellite? Satellite. We do this. We take a satellite terminal, which needs some optical sensors. Not a problem for us. Boom. We take a user interface, also dies, not a problem for us. This shouldn't be a problem. This might be a problem. Like so, and boom. And so close. Nope, wrong one. Gonna take a stack of these because I seem to always need them. I've needed them in a lot of recipes recently. I don't know why. Okay, so there's our satellite terminal. I am going to put it on this floor, I guess. Why don't we put it here for now? So if we go back down, we just grab our exciter real quick. I hope we're never going to overload this system. Okay, so it's getting power. Not a problem. And in a minute, we should have a link. All right, and it's storing its data. So this will store the satellite will store 3,000. This terminal can store 1,000 once we download it. We can put an ID chip in there and transfer it over. So that's the idea. We need to collect... Whoa, that was really disorienting. Sorry. We need to collect... That made me super dizzy. A whole bunch of this data. This is like a research material that you need to find out information about planets. And so to do that, we needed this. Off camera, I'm going to add the next 3 satellites. Just toss them up into space real quick like a bunny. And then we'll be collecting a good amount of data. But for now, we're going to leave that there. And we're going to head over to our rotary craft place. I need a name for this thing. I haven't really gone through any of this with you guys, and I wanted to do that. It is very loud, though. So before we do that, I think we can turn these down. Not friendly creatures. No. Well, we can muffle them with wool, and we can muffle them with I believe sound mufflers from extra utilities as well. But straight wool works. The only problem with wool is it's very flammable, and so sometimes some of these hotter machines have issues. So we'll do this. We might not be able to muffle the fan though. Alright, super muffled, isn't it? We'll leave that for now. Good grief, that's annoying. So this place is actually lit up. This place with shaders on is shaded. Pretty good. I forget which one I was using. Right, so this one doesn't look too bad once it loads in. Obviously, there's a bit of an FPS hit, but that's shaders for you. So, yeah. This place looks kind of neat, but that's because I'm using these spotlights from Rotary Craft, or floodlights, which are, at the moment, very loud, but still very cool. So that's kind of awesome. We'll turn these off for now. I'll just mess around. Oh, wait, I had actually set on internal for a reason. But that's just me. Okay, so, these are lighting up this whole floor. We see if we hit F7, F7 is on, as you can tell by the insane frame rate lag for whatever reason. If I turn F7 off, frame rate lag goes away, and the hex are gone. So this whole floor is lit up. Thanks, NEI. And we've started to do some work to farm some crucial materials for rotary craft. So I've had this running in the background for a long time. Basically what I've got here is a need for a sound muffler. I'm sorry, I can't go without it. Note block, brick, ba 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 ba. Let's put you here for now. Yes. Okay, so that'll help with that. So this fan makes a lot of noise. Also, all of this stuff makes a lot of noise. But what you have over here, this noisy machine, is a fan from rotary craft. And if I get out, I had a tool or two that may have been lost. Oh no, it's here. My angular transducer here. You can see the area of effect that this fan is going to have. So this fan is basically just going to blow entities down this path. So if I put a piece of wool down... oh shoot. There we go. You can see it get fired down path. Awesome, right? The thing with crops is it will, especially like canola crops here, but the way that it affects crops is that it will leave them planted. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. It'll leave them planted and just kind of tear out the seeds, or the grown crop, and leave a seed. So that didn't really make sense. It doesn't really leave them planted. It replants properly. So basically just having this fan here, when these are fully grown, it breaks them. And this is a canola crop. So we have these canola seeds from rotary craft, which you need a lot of to turn into lubricant. So we've got over almost 80,000 canola seeds from this farm. Basically I had an imaginary time block here, and that with the fan and these sprinklers are helping keep the water full, and they apply random bone meal effects, I believe. But they keep the land hydrated and they look cool. We're good to go. So we've got a steam engine here, I mean a rotorcraft pump working off of a steam engine, which you guys can see here, which has lava underneath and is getting water pumped into it from this pump. Now you may be wondering, okay, that's great, but how does that start? You can use something called a DC engine to pump these as well, which just needs a redstone signal to work, which we have back here. And I'm going to be revamping this, but oh gosh, they are very loud and annoying. These redstone blocks are powering DC engines. They don't have to be redstone blocks, they just got to have a redstone signal. So if we look in back here, you get some noise, but you also see this DC engine here. If I take this away, it should stop in a second. Please stop. Please stop. Apparently it had some residual signal. Weird. Anyways, what I'm planning on doing is well, I've got a couple ideas. One thing would be to have a wireless system to shut these off when I don't need them, because the magnum torch will stop them from spawning. And I might use the redstone satellite proposed system if that gets added soonish to advanced rocketry to do it. That'd be kind of neat. Really depends on when it gets added though. Alright, so there's that. So DC engines I had on these pumps, and then I decided to replace it with a steam engine to get it to pump out a bit more water faster. And then we've also got two steam engines, one powering the fermenter and one powering the other fermenter, so that we are able to make our sludge and our sludge and our yeast. Now we're out of sugar over here, so that's why we're not getting any more sludge. But we got almost 50,000 sludge from our birch farm, so that's pretty great. And we have enough wood to last quite a while. So now that we have sludge, now that we have a lot of canola, we can start using the more advanced engines and advanced pieces from rotorcraft. Because canola makes lubricant, lubricant makes engines, and turning machines smooth and functional our goal for next episode, well, I don't know if it's going to happen next year, but our immediate goal here is going to be to set up, gosh, those are so annoying. Now I understand that you can surround these ends with wool, but no. Say it isn't so. Okay. Our goal is going to be able to get this blast furnace up to 1150 degrees, which is what we need to make this. HSLA steel into spring steel. This is what we need. That will get us the stuff we need to make water turbines, and from there we can do all sorts of stuff with its power gen. So that's what I'll be working on the next couple episodes. Before we sign off, let's head on over to our to-do list. Falling. What have we done? We are done with satellites. Well, not done, but we've done enough satellites on camera that I'm going to call this done. So we'll leave it on until we need to replace it. And the machines that we needed to do the satellites are also donezo. So we've also done the tree farm and leaf collection, and no problem. So we're making progress. We're also gathering aluminum, actually. We've done that. I did that off camera, I think. I'll just show that off real quick. Basically, I turned this guy into an aluminum farm, which crafts the aluminum and then sends it on back through the ender chest and deals with what we need, and then gets rid of the excess seeds and gets hose and things from this chest. Now, it seems as though we are clogged and or off. Oh yeah, this is off. So if we take a gander at how much aluminum we have, we're doing okay. We had none. We had 16 that was donated to us from Taco before that machine started, and I paused it a couple days ago, so now we have for like 4 grand, so we're good to go. So that's gonna be it. I gotta do some work on some satellites and get a couple more up there collecting data for the future. Gotta secure my data future. Alright, until then though, I've been Tasty. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you when we start the next one. Deuces.